All right. Wait, these are still unavailable? Oh. Okay. Story time, everyone. I don't know why the audio isn't working for the game. Let me check that real quick. And what happens then? Okay, the game audio is working. It's just quiet. Ah, new recruit, eh? Hey, Zoza. Thank you for the follow. Good choice. Turn up the beats, it hypes the story? Okay. Kid missing front tooth, okay.
What did the Dragon King do to the bride?
You know the drill. If you want me to continue...
Pay up! Pay up!
I already did at the beginning. Well, who said that was for the entire story? No one's twisting your arm, sir. This story is so precious that I wouldn't mind saving it for later. Deep-pocketed drunkard. But we finally got to an interesting part. So how can anyone resist not hearing the rest? I know I won't be able to sleep tonight without knowing. And that storyteller sure has a knack for raking in people's money. Hold on. I just realized that I forgot. My cat got blood drawn today, and she has a little thing that needs to be removed from her paw now. So I'm gonna do that. Well, I can remember to do it. She's fine, just a routine checkup. There we go. Now, what does Flan sound like again? Captain Flan. Captain, the merchant is here. Should we get into the positions now?
Respect the Great Luna!
Not yet. People tend to let their guard down most when they're about to close the deal. This should do it, right? Well, it's a bit short of what I usually charge, but I feel particularly generous today. I'm feeling a lot better, Spider. Thanks for asking. He's got that innocent smile on his face, but this is a practical extortion.
Extortion? Extortion?
Shut it, Quiche. Or no dinner for you. Anyway, the bride finally found out who the kid was. I don't know, Baby Sky Falcon, but we are adding these stories to YouTube now if you ever miss any of them. Huh? You're the Dragon King? No way. I was so sure it would be some sleazy old man since we've always sent young girls as offerings. You seem quite flustered. Well, come to think of it, you're not the first to react that way. In any case, I'm still waiting for an answer to my question. What difference does it make? If you're the Dragon King, you'd never understand what I have to say. More importantly, it's not necessary for you to know when you're not long for this world. I was wondering why the bride this time wasn't crying her eyes out. So you came here willingly with my death in mind? You're responsible for the deaths of hundreds of people. I can't keep sitting by as people continue to be sacrificed for your greed. For those who have already fallen and those who deserve a better future, I decided to remove you from this world. I see. You're willing to take such risks for the sake of others, not for yourself. I admire your spirit.
Your eyes are clouded by greed. Let me wash it all away.
You're not at all how I imagined.
Alright, here we go.
That's life.
The YouTube channel, let me get it for you.
Look,
All your greed and brutality. You'll be avenged by my hand.
from life into death. And death into life anew.
This is the power of the Dragon King. I knew what I was getting myself into, but I guess this is how I die. But death isn't as cold or lonely as I thought it would be. Huh. It's actually warm.
Ah, new recruit, eh?
And soft. Hmm?
Eh?
What are you doing here? This is my chamber.
Yeah, Spider, you can tell boss that you got it.
So you're the one intruding, not me. Huh? Then what am I doing here? Why are you making such a fuss over a wedding night? Ugh. You came here to be my bride after all. A wedding night? You're just a kid. How could you say something like that so calmly? Anyway, let's go back to sleep. Just a few more minutes, okay? It's just so comfortable in your arms. I was dreaming about riding a giant jellyfish.
What? She fell back asleep? When she's in the same bed as someone who claimed they came to end her life? If I just take this opportunity to...
Oh, I can't. This isn't how I handle things. She looks like an ordinary child when she's asleep. Are you really the Dragon King I've been loathing all this time? What am I doing talking to someone in their sleep? Then maybe I can get some rest for a bit too. Alright, I'm asking boss what the link is. Alright, and I have one more left, so we can watch another. Right? Let's do it. Since that day, I've challenged her to countless duels. But they all ended in the same way. My utter and absolute defeat. I was so close! Is that it for today?
Don't make it sound like you're just crossing something off your daily checklist. I'm giving it my all to get revenge.
If it is, come and have jelly with me.
Why would I do that with you?
But I brought 2 jellies. I get sick if I eat them all by myself in one day.
Fine, I'll eat one.
The Dragon King continued to make small requests like this. The more comfortably I settled into the peaceful time we spent together, the more my doubts grew. Is this girl really the Dragon King I've been resenting? Is this innocent-looking child truly the one behind all those atrocities? The new Wukong? As in, like, League of Legends? Oh. I've never seen this many jellyfish in one place. Oh. Spectacular, isn't it? I discovered this hidden gem myself. Watching jellyfish calms me down. Okay, hopefully it's not a staticky now. I'll reread that real quick, just in case. Where did it start getting staticky? Was it on drag... Which line? A few seconds ago. I've never played... I've never had enough to do Rift content. I'm not at in-game yet. Spectacular. Spectacular, isn't it? I discovered this in gym myself. Watching jellyfish calms me down. And then she's like, hey. Are you really the Dragon King? You should know better than anyone else. Typhoons and tornadoes. You control them all, right? Ruining my village and taking the offerings? That was all you're doing, right? Yes, that was all me. You seemed disappointed. Was that not the answer you hoped to hear? I can't say I've spent long enough time with you, but... Those villagers who use orphans as offerings, would you consider their human nature good? It's so comfortable in your arms.
Ah, new recruit, eh?
I was dreaming about riding a giant jellyfish. Hi, Abyssal. Hey, thanks for the follow. What's your favorite ice cream? You didn't strike me as cruel or heartless as I'd imagined. If you were, you would have killed me the moment I revealed my true intention. So, tell me why you did all that. Maybe there's a reason I'm not aware of. Finally, it seems you've opened yourself up. What do you mean? You seem ready to hear my answer now, so I shall oblige. Oh, I love the art for this. It's so pretty. Look at it. I want to do a Sharon cosplay. Oh, thanks, Spider. I believe you sent it. Yay, you got it. Did you send it while I was sick? Because that's probably why I didn't see it. You like the spider I drew of you? I'm an amazing artist, aren't I? By the way, here's the YouTube channel that has all of my story reading on it. Imagine a world without violent sea storms or destructive tidal waves. What do you think it would be like? Very peaceful? No, that world would become uninhabitable. There'd be no force to disperse or distribute atmospheric and oceanic currents. What the hell? Why are we breaking into like a freaking geology course? Holy crap, E7. Okay. No. There'd be no force to disperse or distribute atmospheric and oceanic currents, which would disrupt natural cycles and make
new recruit, eh?
And make this planet devoid of all life. Today I learned from E7. Today we learned from E7 that we need hurricanes and tornadoes. Play RTA and go. And go. Also, let me know. Thanks for the follow, Z4G420. What's your favorite ice cream? So, as the Dragon King, it's my job to maintain balance within nature by circulating the air and water with great force. However, people seem to have misunderstood these natural disasters as manifestations of my own wrath. And so, they offered me sacrifices that I've never demanded in order to calm me down. Then, the several years of inactivity after the ritual was... I simply had no need to use my powers for a while after the previous go. Huh? Why didn't you tell me this sooner? You could have told me when I asked you who you were, or at least before I gave you that sanctimonious speech. Would you have listened then? Back then, your focus was solely on revenge, so anything I said would have seemed like an excuse. That's true. Then, what happened to those girls who were offered as sacrificial brides? If what you're saying is true, you could have simply returned those poor girls home. Do you think the people would have believed what they said? The villagers would probably think the girls had run away out of fear and lied about it. Besides, it would be immoral of me to send them back to the very village that abandoned them. Oh, Sharon over here with the deep thoughts. Your favorite ice cream? Isn't it proper to give your favorite ice cream before asking others? But I've already said it, and I'm pretty sure it's posted on my About Me. My favorite ice cream is cookie dough, and maybe chocolate chip mint occasionally. Then Ronnie, she's the one who came as my bride about a decade ago, right? I put her on a giant flower and sent her to the eastern coast. I heard she married a king from a faraway land. Huh. Oh my goodness! I'm so glad! Now, what are you going to do? You understand now that I'm not the object of your revenge, so where will you point that spear of yours? Huh. My next target of revenge. Even though they were acting out of fear, my good deeds don't cancel out the villagers' wrongdoings. They sacrificed countless innocent children. Don't you want justice? Oh, she's dropping some facts. How much is it to buy more? 500? Yeah, let's just finish it, because this will give us a chance to get Sinya. Right? Let's finish it! What's your name? What do you mean? Whether I get revenge on the villagers or not doesn't concern you, as long as you're not involved. But it sounds like you're encouraging it. How does that benefit you? What a clever child. You're right, I am indeed up to something. Well, I wasn't planning on telling anyone, but I heard keeping secrets can ruin a marriage. What? I volunteered to become the Dragon King's bride for my revenge, you know that. Yeah? If we're nobody to each other, then I don't really have to reason to tell you. Fine, whatever. Just tell me what your reasons are. If you wanted to seek out revenge, I was going to tell you I'd be more than willing to sweep away your village with tidal waves. Wielding such power isn't much of an issue for me, one of the Dragon Kings of the Four Oceans. But I can't right now. Why not? Because I don't have my Sintamani with me. It's been stolen. But I can't catch the thief because I'm not able to unleash my full strength the farther I am from the water.
So I was going to ask you to retrieve the gem in exchange for your revenge, since you can go about on land freely.
Now, let me interject here. The Centimani is a type of gemstone all Oriental dragons possess. They say it cleanses evil energy, controls the wind and rain, and grants the bearer's wishes. That sounds just like the Jewel of the Sea! Right? Some people even say they're the same thing. Kaboom! What? What's going on? It's a pirate attack! Damn it. How did they even find out about this place? Run, everyone!
Nuh-uh, you're not going anywhere. I guess it's really true that chivalry is dead. How could anyone leave without so much as offering a greeting when a lady has come all the way here to meet them?
Loud man. It's the pirate captain, Flan! Ooh, if she catches us, she'll leave us bone dry.
Well, if you cough up everything you have and beg for my mercy at my feet, I might reconsider leaving you high and dry. But if I catch you plotting anything behind my back, I'll make sure you live to regret the day. I wonder why I'm not getting my audio for like my attacks. I don't think I turned them off. Settings, let's see real quick. Yeah, SFX should be there. Alright. I don't know, man. This game's weird sometimes. You want to be left bone dry? Isn't she good? Like, that doesn't sound good. Got everything we need? The money and the goods?
Captain.
New recruit, eh?
Captain. We cleared the place inside out. What should we do with the things we took from the guests in the pub?
You can keep them. Just don't blow it all in booze.
Yeah! Woo!
Is your emulator or anything muted? No, because you can hear the clicking. Or you could. Here, let me... Sometimes I have to go back and then go back in.
We grabbed this guy as you commanded. Let go of me, you savages. Savages! If you please, kind sir.
I doubted whether he was carrying anything valuable on him, judging by his shabby outfit, but he proved me wrong.
But you saw right through him, didn't you, Captain? That's why you told us to grab him.
You sure have a keen eye.
Oh, I'll give you everything I have. Please, spare me.
Spare me? Spare me? From what I heard earlier, you're quite a storyteller. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm just a humble man wandering around from place to place to collect stories. Storytelling is just a way to support myself.
And some of the stories are related to the Jewel of the Sea?
Of course! It's one of the most favored topics in any county located near the coast. I've collected more than 80 stories about the jewel so far, and those that were proven authentic are...
Yeah, I'm not really interested in your jibber-jabber. Load him onto the ship along with the loot.
Human trafficking! Human trafficking!
I've been leading a life of debauchery ever since I was born, so my organs are probably already rotted, and I'm actually suffering from...
Oh, don't worry. I'm not planning to sell you off as a slave. I may be a pirate, but I still have my morals. Hey, Gimmick, what's up? Alright, here we go. Last one. Hey, Gimmick, it is going. I'm nowhere near pitying her, but I'm hoping these last 3 stories will give me the mystics I need to get her. We can prayage. But I'm feeling much better. I had to take like a 2-week break because I had a bad sinus infection, but we're good now. Oh my gosh, Sid's face here is so pathetic. Wow.
Oh, she said she wouldn't sell me off as a slave. Guess she meant she was going to use me as a deck-swapping slave on her own ship instead.
Minion lackey.
Shut up. What would His Majesty and my brother say if they found out I've become an errand boy for pirates? This is not the life I imagined when I left the kingdom. Still, I feel like I've become the main character in a story, ready to embark on an important adventure rather than being a mere observer. I wonder what exciting events await me.
Cleaning? What? Laundry? What?
Not those kinds of events.
Then what kind?
Captain! How long have you...
From the moment you called yourself a deck-swabbing slave?
So you heard everything.
You've got to earn your keep as long as you're on my ship. Well, it's not like you chose to be here.
About that, why did you bring me here? If you needed a minion, there were plenty of brawny meatheads in the pub.
You see, I'm looking for the Jewel of the Sea. The legendary gemstone, more mesmerizing than the ocean itself and more precious than a diamond. Some say that the one who grabs hold of the jewel can conquer the world, while others say it curses you, leading you to a miserable death. There's much controversy over what it does, but there's one thing that everyone seems to agree on. They say those who own the jewel are the veritable Those who own the jewel are the veritable conquerors of the oceans.
Then shouldn't you look for a treasure hunter, not a storyteller like me?
You know better than anyone how stories and songs are created. They say with just a tiny bit of truth or a rumor, and they start with just a tiny bit of truth or a rumor, and then details are slowly added to make them sound more believable. It'd be foolish to believe that every story you hear is true, but you can still find some clues. So I brought you here to listen to the stories you've collected. And of course, to keep myself entertained. I've been so bored these days. Plaything? What? Plaything?
Okay. Well, as long as you don't intend to kill me right now, I'm content.
By the way, how does the story you were telling in the pub end? You want me to go look for your Sintamani on land? Sure, I'll find it for you. But even after you regain your power, you don't have to take revenge on the village for me.
Why not? Don't you want to punish them? Don't you want them to suffer as much as you did? Isn't it human nature to want to get even with those? Isn't it human nature to want to get even with those who made you suffer?
It is, but I understand why they made that choice. They had to become heartless in order to protect what was precious to them. I can relate to that.
Are you sure? Even after seeing them for who they truly are and how ugly they could be? Your decision today may leave room for more victims later.
They were forced to make a choice in an extreme situation. I don't think it was their true selves. Rather, I saw them in agony over making such a difficult choice.
Is she saying that despite the evil deeds one may commit, they might not have an evil nature?
She said the Dragon King is oblivious to human nature and could never fathom the sadness we have to endure. Oh, was that Shalron or was that her? Okay.
Maybe they were right. And I've been completely oblivious to it all along.
You said those disasters were essential to the natural order of things, so I won't ask you to stop them. Instead, could you give a heads up before any large-scale occurrences so that people can take the necessary precautions? If they could prepare themselves in advance without resorting to drastic measures, tragedies like this could be prevented.
All right. But then you're not getting anything out of this deal. Still, you're willing to go on a journey to find the Sintamani for me?
Of course I am. As you said, we're married.
Huh?
It's a joke. I'm just grateful for what you did for Ronnie. And I do want to apologize for the misunderstanding. Choo!
Don't be startled. I was just channeling some dragon power into you. It'll be much easier to detect the Sintamani with it. I do feel pure energy entering my body. Promise me you'll return, even if you can't find it. The Sintamani won't be the only thing I'll be awaiting.
That's it? So she didn't take revenge in the end? Ugh, lame.
It's not lame. This story teaches us an important lesson that love and trust in humanity triumph over personal
Yeah, lame. Love cannot change anything. But revenge is different. It has the power to change lives. I know that better than anyone.
I'm sure she has countless people ready to stab her in the back, considering her line of work. Is it really safe to be around her? What if I become collateral damage?
Ugh, I've gotten sidetracked long enough. Now I'm going to take my afternoon nap. When you're done swabbing the decks squeaky clean, make some ropes and clean the cannons too.
Huh?
If you shirk your duties, the next thing that goes into the cannon will be you.
Oh, I need to find a way to escape this pirate ship as soon as possible.
The end.